My name is Sang Dao. I'm 27 years old. I was born in Oakland, California, and I currently reside in Portland, Oregon. We lived in a really bad neighborhood, gang infestation, a lot of drugs, high crime rate, and my mom could see that I was slowly picking up on my environment, so she wanted to move my brother and I out of Oakland, California. I grew up around gangs. My dad was a gang member, and so was my uncles and my cousins, and those were the people that schooled me. And so when I was old enough that I felt like I could make my own decision, I just decided to join the family gang. When I was 17, I was involved in several gang shootings that stemmed over the course of several months, and I was arrested. And I thought it was just gonna be routine, just like the 30-something times that I've been in juvie. I was offered 12 and a half years for attempted murder, assault to, and unlawful use of a firearm. It was my only plea, and I did not want to risk taking a longer sentence, so I took that plea. I remember walking out of that courtroom and I felt defeated. I couldn't plan a day ahead in my life, let alone 12 and a half years. And when I came back to that holding cell, the stark reality began to hit me, and I started realizing this was gonna be my life for the next 12 and a half years. I started hitting the books, just started questioning. I mean, at first I was unraveling everything, every detail about my life. I did a whole, value inventory, if you will, on myself, and just kind of did a cost-benefit analysis, whether is that going to serve me well or is that not going to serve me well. I started reading more and more and learning about leaders and change makers, and I started socializing with people that were in there, and I started to emulate their traits, the qualities that I like out of them. When I was 24, about to turn 25 and return to the Department of Corrections over to adult prison, I earned my bachelor's degree. And in all things I majored in criminology and criminal justice. And a lot of people would ask me, why would you major in criminology and criminal justice? Like, what are you gonna do with that? After you get out of here, don't you wanna put all that behind you and just not look back and live your life? And I gave it a lot of thought. And for me, I think my story and what I've been through and the thousands of people that I've met along the way, it would be a waste for me just to turn my back and not speak up about it or share my story to try to affect change in the juvenile justice system. I had a pending clemency petition. Well, lo and behold, that petition got into the hand of the governor, and the governor granted my clemency, and he told me I was going to be released a month later. And I was in total shock. I get the news that I'm going to be coming home early. And I was ecstatic, I was happy to know that the work that I put in just to try to change my trajectory, just recalibrate myself, reinvent myself, it was being heard. I was granted clemency, and I've been out for 2 years now. I work for Multnomah County Juvenile Department, where I work in probation services, and I work with kids that are on probation. And it's funny because my coworker used to be my probation officer, so I work alongside them. But every day I try to come in with the attitude of I've been here in the kids' shoes, so I know how it feels. And I know that you don't treat a kid worse to make them do better when they're already in a tough situation.